And welcome back to another episode of the Saucy Boys. I go by the name of Chaku.
Michael Stokes is here too.
And we're back, another episode, new week, new drink. So since it is my turn and I am the bearer, Bevy, we also want to remind you that it's February.
February 1st.
February 1st is the beginning of Black History Month.
Yes,
so
sir.
My choice was initially going to be Uncle Nearest, but there's a shortage. There's a problem that people are having getting it. The dude told me that they were having issues with like making the glass bottles and like all this stuff, and because Uncle Nearest has like a unique bottle shape, blah blah blah. So I had to settle for a different kind of bourbon, which is more so like a flavored whiskey than anything, but it's black owned and it is brown sugar bourbon, and this company. It was actually purchased by Jamie Foxx.
Yay.
So we're gonna give this a shot. It's kind of a I want to say improvised old fashioned. We'll see how this works out.
And what's in that improvised old fashioned?
So pretty much what I did was just basic ingredients of an old fashioned was just the brown sugar bourbon, which this is more like a flavored whiskey than it is a bourbon, so it's gonna have a sweeter taste to it. Mm. And then, of course, a little bit of simple syrup, just so that way it's not too sweet. Some orange bitters, and then a little cherry to top it off. And yeah, just put it on ice, stir it up. So I did bring the Ranger Creek in, just in case you wanted something more, instead of a little oomph in it. But yeah, so give it a sip. See, is it all right?
That's good.
It's good.
It tastes cinnamony.
Man, I was sweating, bro.
No, that's really fucking good. It tastes like, if it was a little bit stronger, it would be like Fireball, which is not good. But it's like right at the perfect level. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a hint.
Yeah.
Like a hint of cinnamon. I rock with it.
Oh, yeah, that's tasty. That's real tasty. Yo, shout out to Jamie. I had no idea about this brand. Sorry, this brand of bourbon. It's very, very good. I definitely recommend. Straight up. No cork top, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a twist. But if you wanted something with a little bit more bite, I think I might add some Ranger Creek in there.
Yeah.
And mix things up a little bit. And we do have a third host with us today.
Loaf.
It's Meat Loaferson.
My guy.
Come here.
Come on, Bubs.
He's going to be roaming around here,
getting
in the way.
Loaf always injecting his opinion on everything. But
yeah.
How you been, bro?
Man, I've been good. Of course, as always, I've been super busy, just working a bunch and picking up gigs and, trying to stay in the gym, stay with it, stay consistent, and been trying like different workouts, and I'm trying to get rid of this. I've noticed I'm starting to get a little bit wide. So yeah, I'm trying
I'm
trying to lean this out. I'm trying to lean it out a little bit.
Same thing, trying to fell off the wagon in January, you know what I'm saying? But some good news came my way today. The account that I normally work with that busts my balls at the beginning of every month and fucks shit up has canceled. So I don't have to fuck with them no more.
Hey.
So like the last week I've been on it like pretty good. Hitting the gym and everything.
Let's cheers to that. Let's cheers.
You know what I'm saying?
Cheers.
I'm ecstatic about that. You know what I'm saying? It was great. I went and checked their websites because I was about to start doing my monthly optimizations and shit, and I saw that they weren't on the same platform that we use. So I like hit my boss up and was like, "Yo, do I gotta request a third party access?" And it's like they're not on our platform no more. And he was just like, "What?" Like, shit, I didn't even know that. And he like went and checked, and he's just like, "Yo, sit tight. Let me see what happens." And he just messaged me like 20 minutes later and was like, "Nah, they just kept the Honda dealership. So don't worry about the rest of them." And he knew. I mean, like they've been busting our balls since I got here. Like I inherited them out of nowhere. Like my first meeting that I was supposed to do, I'll never forget my homeboy Aaron I work with. He's like telling me like, "Yeah, it's really easy. You just go in there, tell them the highlights. They don't care. Like they're really nice." And like I fucking get in the meeting and I'm waiting to talk, and like like they fucking blame something that we didn't do on us, on my department, basically. So it's like I'm getting ready to talk, and then like the next thing you know, it's like, yeah, let's talk about SEO. Yeah, SEO team, where do you guys get off taking our imagery and sticking it on our competitor's website? And I was like, oh fuck. I was just like, yo, this is how we starting? Like, holy shit.
The motherfuckers came in hot.
Like, yeah, he just came in hot. And like ever since then, like they didn't fuck with us since then. Like after that happened, they were just on our ass. So like all summer, I had to deal with the consultant triple checking my work all the time.
Damn, that's annoying.
All fucking summer, I had to have my reports always done by the 10th and sent out no matter what. So it's like 7 stores, and I always had to do all the shit for them. And then like after a while, that consultant disappeared, and nobody, and like it got calm for like 3 or 4 months. Then all of a sudden they just started like, each of the stores started like individually bitching about different shit that was basically contradictory to all the shit that they bitched at us about back in the summer. And then the next thing I know, that consultant came back, and then the sites changed over, and I was like, I don't give a fuck. Whatever. Who cares?
One less problem I got to deal with, because that shit is way too much.
Yeah, it's just.
I'm glad I don't have to deal with anything like that. I commend you, because I don't know how I would operate.
It's funny because like I have experience dealing with people with bad attitudes, working at a bank and shit, and I'm pretty sure that's one of the reasons why I got what's it called? I'm pretty sure that's one of the reasons why I got brought on, because it saw that I can talk to people and diffuse problems and shit like that. But when you get like blindsided and you're still like in the training, it's just like, yo, what
like today's my first day.
Like, nigga, I don't know. Like, holy fuck. Like bitching at me about work not completed that I wasn't even part of the company to work on. I'm just like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, man, it's just. Whew.
Well, let's be glad that they're gone. Watch them come back.
Oh, dude, I hope they don't. I might intentionally fuck up this one store just so they fuck off. But shit, over the weekend I did have a chance to shoot up to Austin with my girl. You know me, I really don't do a lot of shopping. But we made it a point to get out there and, you know, fuck up some commas on ourselves.
Ooh.
We got like a trip coming up, and it's gonna be a month.
Yeah, blew a bag out there.
A month almost. Not really. My spending limit was $200 for myself, and I did it all. We hit the outlets in Round Rock. You ever been there?
Yeah. No, not those ones.
They're smaller, but they have everything the one in San Marcos has.
But they got the shits.
Yeah, okay. It's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like you can walk it real fast. I think we walked it in like an hour.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Hit everything. At their Adidas store, I was able to score a nice pair of I needed some new gym shoes, so I was able to score a nice pair of Ultra Boosts for $60.
Nice.
And then I also copped this nice little sweater, Adidas sweater for $20. I think it was like running for $40, but everything was like an extra 50% off.
That's why I appreciate being a dude, because going to shop for clothes is so easy.
Mm-hmm.
But see, the thing that I get mad about is that women's clothes are just so much cheaper.
Yeah.
And it's like they can go in a store and like spend $100 and come out with like bags.
Yeah.
And it's like we spent $100 and it's like a t-shirt.
Yeah, exactly. This is that's the argument I have with my girl about why I hate the store Ross.
Yeah, because
Ross is tailored towards women,
and they never have shit.
They don't have shit for guys.
I tell my chick that shit all the time, because she's like, "Oh, well, just why wouldn't you get that at Ross? Like, get that at Ross. Like, they have everything at Ross." And I go to Ross, and they never have shit. So like workout clothes. She's like, "Well, why are you gonna go and spend like $40, $50?" I'm like, because they don't have anything at Ross. Like, I go there,
yeah,
and they don't have nothing, and I'm trying to like find shit. You gotta like really like dig, and then she'll be in there for like 10 minutes. And she'll come back with all shit. I'm like, how?
Nah, fuck. My girl's there for like an hour. If she goes to Ross, she goes through every fucking aisle, and I hate it. And it's like, that's why I hate the store, because like she'll always be like, go look in the men's section.
That'll like TJ Maxx.
Yeah. And I'll like walk the men's section in like 5 minutes and come back.
Yeah, it takes like 5 minutes. You go in there, you maybe see like one shirt, but you're like, but it's probably like small.
Like yeah.
It's like it's not your size.
This was the first time that I can say that I actually came out with more shit than her. And like she even admitted it. I forgot what store we went to, but she was like, I think this store is tailor fit to men. I was like, that's a first, isn't it? Like, holy shit. Like, they never like Dog, when I remember we went to Gap one time, I forget which one it was. I think it might have been the one in the at the San Marcos outlet. And like she was like, I didn't find nothing that day. I think I grabbed like one pair of joggers, and she like has like 2 armfuls of clothes. She was like, "Why didn't you check the clearance room?" I was like, "Clearance room?"
It's a whole room full of
That's
clearance?
all we got for clearance. It's like it's a fucking
It's a rack.
Like she literally made an extra room for clearance clothing for women.
I think that was the same way with like American Eagle out there. It's like for men, it's just like they had like the little rounder.
Yeah.
And it had like t-shirts and like some jeans or whatever on there. And then like you see like the women's clearance, and it's like women's and kids, and it's just a whole like room.
Piss me
like,
off.
God dang, like we need a store that's catered to men.
Yeah.
That just has like a bunch of, dope shit for regular price, and then like a whole room for clearance. It's like, oh, well, this is all the shit we didn't sell. So
preach on, brother.
Yeah, so H&M or Forever 21. I haven't really done Forever 21.
It's been a minute.
It's a little juvenile for me.
Yeah.
But H&M got some fits. Cotton On is another one. But you look at Cotton On's men's section versus the women's section.
It's not even fair.
Yeah.
Especially the one in North Star. It's like that whole front area is all for the men.
Yep.
And then it's like you keep dwindling to the back, you'll realize like, oh, what the fuck? I can't wear that. That's a woman's shirt.
It's only like you take 3-4 steps in the store, and it's like men, women. So
it's not fair.
I wonder if there's any. I gotta look it up. I gotta see if there's like some store that's just like straight up like dude clothing.
Probably is.
Oh shit! And by the way, I should have known this for the longest time, but I just found out I'm French.
You're part French,
so I gotta buy a peacoat.
Wow.
Yeah, and I gotta curl my mustache. I gotta do all these things, and I gotta adopt the French lifestyle.
Oui.
But yeah,
how far back does it go? Is it like
pretty far back?
So I want to say like French Native American War or something.
Yeah. So my grandmother, her mom, my great grandma actually, her mom was. I could be totally axing this. I just know like bits. I never really like took the time to like dig, and so I called my sister the other day. I was like, "Yo, we're fucking French." And she's like, "Yeah, dumbass." I'm like, I didn't know.
How did I not know? I could have been eating croissants.
I know, drinking fucking tea in the morning.
Chilling. Me and Tony Parker could have been best friends.
But yeah. So, our native my great grandma's mother's last name was Kills Enemy. Ooh. That's pretty fucking crazy.
That's a fucking fire last name.
Yeah, that's like Chaku Kills Enemy.
I want that.
See what I'm saying? Like, how many people would fuck with you?
I like back in the day, like everybody had like those literal names. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like
get up here.
Like Tony Blacksmith. Oh, what's he do? He's a fucking blacksmith, my guy. Like
he's a blacksmith.
I mean, come on.
But yeah, so like her last name was Kills Enemy, and then I don't know the exact story. From what my mom told me, it was pretty rowdy, but she ended up linking up with this French dude, and the French dude's last name was Dubray.
Dubray.
And so yeah, Dubray. So that's French as hell. It's a French ass name, Dubray. And yeah, so I really got to dig in and really figure out my my lineage and see what's going on with that. And
do whatever you do, just don't do 23andMe.
Oh yeah, definitely not doing that. I just got to read a lot of shit and go to the reservation and yeah. So it was just interesting fact. I'm fucking French.
Hey, I mean, America was a big pie that all the European cultures took from. Yeah. So you never know when like your lineage came across some type of early European colonizer. But essentially,
see, now that I know that, I really got to dig into like the French side of things.
Yeah,
I want to. For some reason, like French fashion is just so dope.
Paris.
Yeah, and I already dress like a loser anyway, so I need to switch up my fashion game a little bit,
This fucking guy.
So yeah, fuck man, I seen these boots, these Fendi boots. And I was like, you know what? This might be my first purchase as a Frenchman. So
Fendi boots as a Frenchman.
yeah. Hey, it was dope as fuck though. They had like the little sock in them. I'm gonna show you. You're gonna be like, yo, if they made size 14, I would cop those.
Shit, I was fortunate enough that I was able to find 14s on the shelf at that Adidas outlet I went to. Hell, they had multiple size 14s. I was in a candy store. I was just like, what?
Like, what?
Oh my goodness. So, you know, I got a saying, if they got my size, either in shirts or shoes specifically, it's a sign that I have to get it.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what it was. So I was just like, all right, Ultra Boost, fuck it. I need it. I got to have it. So I can't leave the store without purchasing it. But speaking of the gym, you were cluing me in on some shit that's been going down. Well, what you've been noticing while you've been working out.
So since I've been back in the gym, right? Well, more consistent in the gym, and then on top of that too, like it's a new year, so you have a lot of the people that are like, you know, resolutioners, and they're getting in there trying to get their workout on, which, you know, nothing wrong with that. And, you know, if anybody needs help or whatever, I'll be down to like give them a little tip or here or there. But
tipsy.
I was sitting in the sauna, and as of lately, like I've been working out without headphones.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I work out without headphones.
How the fuck do you do that?
I don't know, man. Like I just like find myself in the zone sometimes, and I just be killing my workouts, no headphones.
That's fucking wild, man. If my batteries are done on my headphones, I leave.
I used to be like that,
like,
but
I can't do it.
I just got to a point where I got tired of buying Beats, because every time, like, they would only last like a year. Like they did not last. But yeah, so like I've been working out without headphones. So like I'll go sit. What I do, like whenever I first get to the gym, I'll go sit in the sauna. I'll warm up and do like 5-10 minutes in there, kind of, you know, stretch a little bit. And so I'm sitting in the sauna, and there's this gentleman in there, fucking hoodied up, like big ass headphones on. And when I'm in the sauna, like I'm, you know, controlling my breathing and like, you know, stretching, relaxing, like trying to get loose. But I've been seeing like a lot of guys that just sit in the fucking sauna, and they're like, and they just breathing hard as hell. And I'm like, and in my head, I'm like, either they're like sleep or they're just not okay. But it's just loud, and I don't think like people like realize how loud they are in the gym. I think that's probably like one of my most like irritating things about the gym, or like one of the things I don't like. And I mean, it doesn't help that I don't have headphones, but at the same time, it's just like, why are you that loud like everywhere?
Yeah.
Like I don't think some people realize how loud they are. Like my neighbor upstairs, this broad is loud as hell. It sounds like she's fucking making TikToks from AM to PM.
Shit, I got a neighbor now who's to the side of me, who we think they're new, because it used to be just like this dude who was there, quote unquote, but not really there a lot, and now like this bitch keeps pulling up with kids, and like these motherfucking kids are like jumping around until like fucking 1 a.m. on like the weekend, and it's pissing us off because we can hear it. It's really fucking loud.
It's crazy because like it doesn't matter what time of day it is. Like I wake up like 6-7 in the morning, all I hear is like moving furniture and like all kinds of shit. I'm like, yo, and then like I'll go to work, go to the gym, do all that shit, come home, same shit. And then like I'll leave, go to work, get back home at like 3-4 in the morning, same shit. I'm like, what do you do? And then so I'm like walking up the stairs today to come in, and she's walking down the stairs. She don't even look at me. So I don't know if she knows that she's just loud as fuck, or I've never said anything to her. I just kind of like every time I see her, I just give her that look like, that's that loud bitch.
Next time you see her, be like, good morning.
I know, right? But nah, so I talked to the dude downstairs, and I was like, hey man, like I DJ, and like I'm usually working on music and stuff. I'm like, can you ever hear me? If so, like let me know, like I'll, you know, cut it down or whatever. Like I just want to. He's like, nah man, he's like, I play bass. He's like, so he's like, you good? I was like, all right, cool. So there's an understanding between me and my neighbor downstairs. I wish my neighbor upstairs would just be like, hey, you know, I'm a very famous TikTok person, and I'm upstairs making TikToks all day, so if you hear me jumping around and doing wild shit like that, you know, sorry.
Why don't you move to the first floor, bitch?
Right.
How about that?
So
TikTok all you want on the first floor.
But yeah, so back to that. It's like I don't think people realize how loud they are. And that man in the sun, I was like, bro, like it just got to a point where it just felt like it was obnoxious, like it was on purpose, but it wasn't. And it was this man just breathing like hard as shit. That too, and then like when people have like phone conversations in the gym and it be all loud, I'm like, we can hear your whole conversation, Rebecca. Like
I don't like hearing people talk on the phone even outside of the gym.
Yeah,
it reminds me of like those people who I don't know, they just don't have headphones, they don't care to have headphones, and they're just like playing their music on their phone while like grocery shopping and shit. Yeah, acting like everybody want to hear that shit. It's
like
just
nobody wants to hear that song.
I remember I was in line at HEB one time, and this motherfucker like he still had like his phone up to his ear, like listening to music, and she's like checking him out, and she was like, do you need a bag? And he's just like listening to music. I'm just like, yo, dog, like, come on, man. She's talking to you, bro. Put the fucking phone down, bro. Like, yeah, it's just, I don't know. People are crazy.
All right, have you ever seen the people that walk around with the little Bluetooth, like the Bluetooth
speaker?
Yeah, speakers, and they're just loud as fuck.
The worst.
Or like when they bring those to the gym. Have you ever seen somebody do that shit?
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So there was a fucking, all right. So at the gym the Anytime Fitness I used to go to, when I'd go and get like my late night workout in or whatnot, this fucking kid would bring his big fucking, it was like his Alexa speaker or something, and he just put that he bring it into the gym and just start blaring his shit. And it's like, it was so loud that I can hear it through my headphones. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, who turned up the volume in the gym? And like, I turn around, it's this guy, this motherfucker. He always did it. Like, he go fucking plug it into the wall, bring his big fucking speaker in there, and just plug it in and Bluetooth up. I'm just like, dog, seriously?
I can understand if you was in a gym like meant for that, like those CrossFit gyms and shit, were like, all right, yeah, we're gonna play this playlist, just fucking get to it. But you at like a Gold's or like a Planet Fitness or Anytime Fitness, and you bring a loud ass Bluetooth speaker.
Shit was like, wild.
Yo, it was like take that shit home.
It was like the full stack JBL speaker. Motherfucker would bring that in there and just take over the fucking music. Like, you didn't like what he was listening to, fuck you.
I can't. I couldn't do that. I don't see how it's wild to see how like inconsiderate people are. Oh, yeah. Like nobody wants to hear that shit. And then the same thing with like those dudes that have like the old like whatever cars, but they put the loudspeaker on the outside. Yeah. And it's like all just like high pass. It's like the little like, you know, like cops have like the little shit that they talk on. Yeah. When they like talking about, oh, get your hands up, like shit like that. But it's like the little loudspeaker under the car. They be listening to fucking, I don't know what. Some bullshit ass music. It's like their homies mixtape. So this shit be garbage.
I know my girl's old apartment that she was living at. When we go to the pool, there'd be like a speaker battle off between people. And like there was this one guy who had the loudest speaker but played the crappiest shit. And he always took out and like he'd clear the pool out. And he'd be like, man, like, yo, where's everybody going? It's just like, Nick.
Like, nobody wants to hear that, bro.
We don't want to hear fucking Debbie Deb, motherfucker. Like, he literally would play that shit. And it's like, dog, read the fucking room.
It's like all freestyle.
It's like we all in the mid-20s, early 30s. We don't want to hear this bullshit right now. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And it's like whoever's playing the vibes, he just blocked their shit out. And he like systematically set up his spot right next to whoever had the speaker out right there. Dog. Just so it would just take it over.
That's a douchey fucking move.
It was a whole move. It was a whole move.
You know, I told myself that I wouldn't curse as much on here, but sorry, I don't know if I could do that. Do you really care if this shit gets monetized? Because I don't.
Probably not.
I like to get on here and just say what the fuck I want to say.
Speak your mind,
yeah,
brother.
Speak your mind. That's what this shit is for, right?
Speak your mind. This is therapy. If it gets picked up, then we'll clean it up then.
Yeah, we'll clean it up then. But for all y'all motherfuckers that go to the pool and act like assholes, or y'all go to the beach and y'all fucking try to loudspeaker the whole fucking beach out, like y'all are lame.
It's this idea of like everyone, what I listen to, everyone needs to hear. Or like, I don't give a fuck if, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's super fucking annoying. God like damn. People, we're annoying anyways. But just like the idea of just like, I want my music everywhere I go, and you're gonna have to fucking listen to it no matter what. Even if you do put on your speaker, mine's gonna be louder. Like, it was just, it's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's horseshit. And that guy he can kiss my ass, whoever he is. You know what? We were all kicking it one time when my girl's cousin was in town over at where was it? What's the name of the bar? La Roca. And they were in there, and I pointed them out. I don't think you saw it, but like, I remember telling my girl, I was like, "Oh, it's the speaker guy." Like, and it's like, sure enough, like, yeah, they were fucking walking around and shit, and like his fat friend was like, "Hey, what's up, bro?" Like, try to dap me up. I was like, "Yeah, whatever, man."
Like, I don't know you like that.
I don't fucking like you, dog. Like, I don't like you or your.
Is that
homie.
when she lived downtown?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I may know who the speaker guy is.
Yeah. Speaker guy's annoying, man.
I know who the speaker guy is.
Speaker guy is a motherfucker.
That shit.
But yeah, so when you say shit like that, that immediately just pops into my mind. I got a pet peeve though. So at my gym now, I think he's a resolutioner. But there's this new old guy who came in, and I get it. Like, when you're older, it takes you longer to recover. This motherfucker would just stand and watch everybody for like 30 minutes.
Hey, how the fuck y'all doing that?
And then go do something else. Like, he'll like walk on a treadmill for like 10 minutes, and then he'll just stand at like an angle to where he's looking at the gym, and he'll just be watching everybody and just standing there not doing shit. And I don't know. I don't like it. It gets annoying. 2, he acts like the rules don't apply to him. Like, motherfucker, you were on that treadmill. Get a fucking get a fucking wipey and wipe that bitch down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just like, fuck it. I'm done. I'm old and white. No one's going to tell me what to do.
Man, okay, so that's the thing. Like, I've noticed, like, older, I hate to say this, but older white folks, Loaf, get down. But older white folks, like, so me and my chick went to go eat at Babes, right? And we're sitting there, and mind you, like, there's a staff shortage everywhere, so they're like struggling. Like, they have a lot of people in there. Like, they got like 2 dudes in the back cooking. They got like one other person like running. Like, they really don't have nobody to clean tables. So there's this dude. He fucking sits down at a table, and like there's trash on the table, and he fucking wipes it and like pushes it like all on the floor.
The fuck?
Yeah, and just like, when, you know, like with no remorse, like just fucking. I was like, bro, I would have been so hot. Like, yeah. I low key wanted to go like pick the shit up and just like put it back on the table and be like, hey, you dropped this. But and then like the kid that was running and like trying to like hurry up and clean all the tables for everybody before they sat down, like, he's struggling, man. Like, they didn't have enough people. So I thought he was gonna say something to that kid, and then my chick was like, yo, if he says something to him, she's like, I'm gonna get up. And I was like, fuck it, I will. Like, that shit is crazy.
I've been meaning to whoop an old man's ass. Let's do it. But
I just like that sense of like, fuck you. Yeah, entitlement. It's like, it's wild. But you know what? Luckily, like, I don't have that at my gym. I usually have a bunch of older white guys that are like real talkative, and they want to talk to me. Like, hey, so how do you do that? Like,
yeah.
And they ask me all kinds of questions and want to shoot the shit. And then it's like, oh, well, I just turned 80. So I'm like, God damn, what are you doing in the gym, man? Go home, take a nap.
I get the personal trainers who are looking for new clients, like trying to start conversations with you and shit, just so they can be like, oh, you know what I can do. And I'm just like, I'm good, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got chicken legs, dog. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I've been seeing that a lot, which I hope, man. Like, I never, because I noticed I've been getting real big up top. I don't want to be an upside down triangle. No, I'm not feeling that. Like, I got to be proportionate.
I did cardio on Monday, and like, I ended my shit. Like, I did 30 minutes on elliptical, rode the bike for 10, and then I did 10 minutes on the Stairmaster, but I broke it into 2 sets of 5 because I can't fucking do that shit for 10 minutes straight.
Yeah, man, that shit is rough. Like, when you get back into it.
And I was like panting like real hard, not that hard, but I was like panting real hard. And like homie like came up and was like looking up. He's like, "How long did you go for?" He's like, "Pull your headphone out." And I was just like, "Oh fuck." And he's like one of the personal trainer guys. He's always like training all these older women and shit in there. And he's like, "How long did you go for?" And I'm just like, just 10 minutes, just 2 sets of 5. And he's like, "Wow, man, I can only go for like 3, bro." And I was just like, "Yeah, man, cool. All right, bye." And I like put the headphone back in my ear. Just like, fuck you, man.
Like, I don't work out every day like you.
Like, bro, and even still, like, this motherfucker's top heavy, dog. Like, he's literally like like that, but he has like his legs are like chicken legs, and I'm just like, dog, like I of course you can't go as long as me, bro. Like look how big my legs are compared to yours. Like,
Yeah.
I got more strength down there, my guy. But
shit. Yeah, man. I just like the gym's a weird place.
it is.
The gym's a very strange place.
What's the weirdest experience? What's the weirdest thing you've ever seen in the gym? Or in your time? Like it doesn't have to be recently. It could be like another time.
I always see people using equipment wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's always been like a thing that I'm like, okay. And then I hate chicks that go in there with like full faces of makeup. That shit is super annoying. I'm like, what do you like? You're going in there to sweat. Like nobody gives a fuck what you look like. And then there's another chick that I see at my gym, and she always has like these big ass like dangly earrings.
Yeah.
And it's just like random shit. It's like either like balls one day, like fucking squares, or like some, but they're always like big and dangly.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's the point of wearing those? Like, leave them shits in the car. Like, and then you come in with a full face of makeup on. And then there's this other chick that you could tell she just like BBL life. And it's like, what are you doing here?
He's just working on like doing a couple lifts and posting it on the ground.
And yeah, that shit like wearing like the tiniest shorts, and then like wanting to work out in front of you. And it's funny, like I'll make eye contact with some of these chicks and I'll just give them like the stupidest looks. I'm like, I'm like, nigga, I'm not here for it. I'm not here for you to like bend over in my face and do all that shit. Like, I'm just gonna look at you like you're stupid.
You said BBL life. Me and my girl were at Wayne's Wings like 2 weeks ago.
Oh my god!
And
I'm mad that you said that. I'm sorry, but I've been wanting Wayne's Wings for the longest time, bro.
It's great. It's so much faster now that he has the second location open.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not crowded or anything. It's fucking dope.
I bet you the wings is just.
Oh yeah, it was fucking mwah, fucking boy bien.
Chef's kiss.
But like this couple walked in with their badass little kid, and like I mean I don't want to stereotype, but homie had to be slinging something, dog. Like, but his girl was like all plastique, we'll say. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she like walked in and that her fucking ass was like super fake, chest was super fake, face was super fake. And I was just like, I looked at my girl and like we were just like,
just make eye contact.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
It just kept eating and shit. But it was like, it was so big you had to look. Like everything on her was like so fucking stupidly big. It was just like, come on, man.
Yeah, certain situations you see some shit like that.
The proportions are off.
It's like a car accident. You know, you just can't look away.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I mean, you see that shit at the gym, or like you see that. I don't understand. I mean, I get it. You want to look like whatever, like a Instagram model and be an influencer and do all that shit, but I just get so tired of seeing it, because there's like girls that I've seen before that were already, you know, like pretty, like weren't ugly, but then they start doing all this shit to their face, and you see them later, and it's like your lips are all fucking weird.
There's
like,
a lot of actresses who've done that shit, and like ruined themselves. It's like, y'all were beautiful before, and you probably would have aged a lot better, but like you Botoxed your face up.
There's one Instagram model I used to follow, and I used to think she was like so pretty, and Anna Cherie. I mean, she's not bad now, but you could just tell like she's gotten a lot of things done. Yeah. Or like Botox or whatever, and it's just like I liked, you know, OG Anna Cherie when he was just, you know.
I like my girls with faces that move.
Only had a few thousand followers and shit, but now you got like a mil or something. I don't even know how much she got now. I actually unfollowed her. I was just like, yeah, nah, I can't do this.
Fuck with you no more. You fake, ma.
Can't do this no more. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We gotta break up. I gotta follow you. Goodbye.
One of the weirdest things I ever seen in the gym was to complete the question. Back when I used to live with my mom and we stayed in an apartment in Stone Oak, I used to go hit that gym up all the time, and there was this random fucking guy who would just come in there and sit down on like on an exercise bike or something. Wouldn't pedal, wouldn't do nothing, and he'd just like look at everybody and then try and talk to you while you were working out, and it was like super fucking weird, bro. Like I was on the track. Like this is back in the day when I would do like an hour on the treadmill.
Maybe he just needed friends.
I think I'm assuming so. But like a lot of times he'd come in. Oh, another pet peeve I got: when you come in without workout attire on,
like in jeans.
Like yeah, jeans are like a killer. Like I hate that shit.
I'm like, don't you? Yo, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, but all right. So today I was on a treadmill and I was fucking killing my workout, and You know, there's a little discomfort, but I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get through this. I'm a badass, right? Man, I hopped in the shower, went to go wash my junk, put some soap on there, and it felt like a burn.
Yeah.
Nigga, I done chafed my taint. Done chafed my taint. God damn. I don't know how many dudes do that. I don't know how common that shit is, but that shit fucking hurts.
Nah, it's it happens to me every now and then.
Yeah, like not all the time, and it's like it hasn't happened in a long time, but I just like as soon as I fucking like hit the sponge down there, I was like, yeah,
nice little burn.
A little TMI for the listeners. I'm sorry, but for the dudes that work out consistently, if you ever chafed your taint, you know what the fuck that shit feel like. It hurts.
Yeah, I've had it like after like a long treadmill run or something like that. That fucking burn. And it's like you feel it when you take off the compressions. Like I'm just like,
you're like, whoa,
motherfucker! Like what the fuck, dog?
Shit.
But nah, homeboy was just like sitting there and just start random conversations with people. So it's like I remember I'm going hard on the treadmill, and he's just like, hey. Looks like Auburn might take it in the national title this year. I'm just like, and I got headphones on. I'm just like, what? And I look over and I can see his lips moving. I'm just like, excuse me? He's like, yeah, it's TV. Like, yeah, I'm watching ESPN. It looks like they might take the national title. I was like, oh, okay, cool, bro. Like, the fuck? Like, why would you think I want to talk to you now? I can barely even fucking breathe.
Like, nigga, go to a sports bar.
Like, yeah, and you just same thing. You come in there with jeans sometimes. And cowboy boots and just sit on that fucking exercise bike and just look for people to talk to.
Okay, so I worked on a military base, and you go to the gym and like you see people working out in like jeans or sometimes like their BDUs. Yeah, and I'm like nigga, you work out in that and then you go back to work.
See, BDUs don't bother me because I know they had to do that in basic. Yeah. So if I see them in like, if I were to see you in BDUs and like boots, and you just got like your undershirt on and you're just getting a workout in, I think like, okay, you did that out through basic. It's no big deal. Yeah. Granted, I haven't been to the base.
But then that too, like some of the other dudes that work on there, like they'll be up there in like slacks and like a fucking polo. Yeah. With like some dress shoes on, and like they'll be hitting the bench, and I'm like nigga, you didn't bring a bag? Like,
yeah. Like there's a guy who slides through the gym now when I go, because I try and go at noon every day. Mm-hmm. And I'm assuming it's on his lunch break, and he has like a really quick lunch break. But he comes in with like jeans. He's got like boots on and a polo boots, and his hat backwards. And he'll just come in real quick and like smash the bench press and do a couple inclines and then dip.
See, I can see that depending on what your job is. If you do some shit where you like working outside and you're going to be sweating anyways, yeah, then cool. Yeah, by any means, go and get that gym workout in. But if you work at fucking like a call center, or you work at USAA and you hitting the gym during your lunch break and just funking it up and then like washing your face and then going back to work, like nigga, your body still stinks. I'm sorry. Deodorant's not gonna help that. Hey, like today, like my gym clothes, I had to buy another shirt before I left. I was like, I am not getting in my car with this, because my shirt was like, for one, it was drenched in sweat.
Yeah, because that's gonna funk up your car.
Two, it was just dank. I was like, why the fuck am I like? Okay, like I gotta like throw away all my old gym shit, like buy new stuff, because like it was just, and then yeah, it's just ugh.
It was me this weekend. I had to get new shorts because I had a blowout in one of my shorts in the crotch area. Yeah. And I was on the bench last week, and like, you know, the mirror's right in front of me, and I was like, oh shit, look, that's quite the hole.
Fucking balls just hanging out.
Yeah, it's like, god damn, that's an issue right there.
Like, my bad, people. Just a little show, show.
I was like, damn, these shorts feel comfortable. I get like a lot of ventilation.
Yeah, these are breathable.
Yeah, very breathable. Come find out the reason why is there's a big ass fucking sunroof in between my legs.
Dog, have you ever done that shit with your drawers?
Well, have like a hole in your shit?
Yeah.
It's been a long time. Like, man, I don't keep drawers that I have holes in. I toss them hoes.
Nah, like the other day, put a pair on.
Oh, you had a blowout.
Yeah, I had a blowout. And I was like, what the like how? Like how? I got so many pairs of drawers. Like, why did this pair of drawers decide to give out? Yeah. And I just had to throw them motherfuckers in the trash.
Just the angle you took when you was...
I don't know. I was like, damn, my thighs like that thick? I out here got thick thighs.
Out here breakdancing or something?
Out here looking like thickums. Hair just thick ones with the big legs. Fucking thighs rubbing together, just fucking up my underwear.
Oh man.
Oh man, but yeah.
Oh, shit. So if we can move on from the topic. The gym, we got pet peeves. We'll bring you more.
Yeah.
Along every step of the way on this physical journey that we're both on.
Yeah, this workout.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll bring you more.
We trying to look like Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. Nah, fuck Michael B. Jordan, man. I'm trying to whoop his ass in the next Rocky movie. That's what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna front. That nigga probably whoop my ass.
I'll slide.
I still fight him though.
I'll slide that nigga. He's soft now, dog.
I seen that nigga working out.
Man, I'll slide that.
I was like, damn, this nigga like anime and he could whoop my ass. This is a fucking crazy combination. I'm scared of dude. I don't even know if I want to shake his hand. He be like, guess what? I watch anime and I can fuck you up. And I play video games. What's up?
Like Michael. Nigga, I'm Michael. Fuck you think you is, dog.
But
anyways,
yeah, so
I want to talk about if we can get a little inspirational. I want to talk about never going back or settling.
let's fucking do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's fucking talk about this.
So as I was telling you earlier off pod, like my girl's like in the middle of like looking for a new job, and like sometimes like she'll hear something about like an opportunity for a position, and it's like it always leads back to things that she's done in her past. You know what I'm saying? Like jobs she's done in her past. And like I kind of like related to it because a year ago before I got my job now, like I was doing the same thing where I was just like, if I don't find a job in my career field to use my degree, then I can always go back to warehouses. You know what I'm saying? I can always like apply to be like some type of high ranking person in a warehouse or whatnot. And then I would hit like a point where it was like, no, fuck that. Like I didn't go through like a whole 5 fucking years. I didn't take 5 years out of my life trying to, sorry, I keep burping, reinvent myself.
Burping the bourbon.
Establishing myself professionally, getting this degree and all that, just for me to go back to a fucking warehouse. And even though I'd be at a manager position, it's like, it's not fulfilling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still feel like a failure. So, like, I had to, like, talk to her because she was, like, once again bringing up, like, oh, well, because I was telling her something about, like, my sister where she works. And she was like, oh, can your sister get me a job? And I was like, but you've done that before. Yeah. Like, why would you want to do that?
Why would you want to do that?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are all, like, Band-Aids that you're, like, putting on yourself, but they're not going to fulfill you. It's like, you can go do that because... Case in point, my girl's a teacher, and I don't know if y'all know, a lot of teachers are leaving their profession, especially post-COVID, because like it's just hard to. They ask so much from these teachers to take care of these kids, and then a lot of the shit that they do to take care of these kids has to come out of their own fucking pockets. Yeah, and it's ridiculous how they treat teachers.
Like that too, being a teacher and like dealing with all that shit, and then on top of that, having to deal with parents. Yeah, and parents like. The parents just don't understand.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. But it's like you do so much and they don't you're not really appreciated for it, especially financially.
Until all the motherfuckers start quitting. Yeah. And then you gotta homeschool your kid.
And so
what you gonna do?
Exactly. And so what's happening is like I guess like all her peers are like have shit lined up to leave, and like she's in the process of it. She has a resume. I'm telling her what to do, like you gotta apply, but like she keeps telling me like, oh, I've never like gotten a job where I didn't know somebody there already. And I was just, and like to me, I'm just like, well shit, I wish I was you. For real. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never had like a foot in the door at any fucking job that I ever had.
I had to figure that shit out.
So it's like I'm trying to like show her and tell her like, look, it's not going to be easy. Like they're not gonna hit you up immediately. And it's like you're gonna get no's, like you're gonna get rejected for jobs that you know you could have done. That happens. But I'm like trying to tell her like, stop. Don't be like so hard on yourself about it. Like don't feel like bad about yourself.
Well, that's always what I told my brothers too, because constantly it's like my brother's like, oh well, you know, I'm trying to, like both of them, it's like trying to find a job, trying to do this and that. But they didn't understand that like whenever you fill out these applications, and even me trying to set them up with shit, it's like if I set you up with something, like you got to follow through with that. Exactly. Because if you don't follow through, or if you don't follow up, then the chances you get in that position is like they're gonna give it to somebody else. They're gonna give it to somebody who's like calling, be like, hey, you know, I just filled out an application for this position. Like, is it still available? You got to follow up, and it just for them is like you have so many people that go out there and just like fill out applications, like, oh, well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, or
and expect them to call you back for an interview, and it's like it don't work like that.
Or they peeps the salary and just like, oh, I got to get paid that, and they shoot their application out.
Yeah,
thinking like they're gonna get it, and it's just like you're one in like 1,000 applications they did that.
Yeah. So, and then that too is just like the amount of work that's out there and the amount of things that you can do. And this kind of goes into a conversation earlier that I was talking with a fellow student friend. You know what I'm saying? Because so we got into this whole conversation where it was just like trying to find work and trying to do things. It's like, okay, people are not going to work around your schedule. It's
exactly.
like if you want something to happen, like you got to go out and like make that shit happen.
You need the equity for that. You want people to build around you, like you got to show them why they need to build around you. You can't just expect that.
Expect that shit to happen. So it's just one of those things. It's like, stop being. I'm not saying that your chick's lazy. It's just like when you're in that position and you get like a lot of things not necessarily handed to you, but it's just you have a leg up because you know somebody that either owns a company or like this and this. Like you don't have to go out and search for these things.
Exactly.
It's just like it kind of is like, hey, it's like one of your friends. Like it's like me saying to you, like, hey, you want a job? Like doing this? And it's like, yeah, fuck it. It's like that versus like you coming to me and be like, hey, like do you have a position available for this and this?
Exactly.
So, yeah, just getting off your ass and going out there and getting it, especially like now because there's no shortage of people hiring people.
Yeah, there's definitely everywhere is fucking hiring.
Everywhere is looking for somebody.
Everywhere needs a workplace. But the thing is, you don't have to lower yourself and your qualities to achieve something because what you're aiming for seems too hard or is discouraging for you. That's my thing, is like, don't get hard on yourself. Like, this is how it is. And it was, and I feel like it was worse prior to COVID when jobs weren't hiring because I can't tell you how many internships that I got like messages back saying like, oh, we're going with someone else. Or, no, we're not fucking with you and shit like that. And it's like, that shit went on for like a year for me.
And then that too is like when you do get these positions, like know your worth.
Exactly.
And I feel like a lot of people don't really understand that. It's just like they're kind of like, oh, well, this is what they're paying me, so this is what I'm going to take. And it's like for your skill set and what you do, because you could be a person that, say you're the janitor, right? And you get paid that rate. But then there's assistants in the building that are like, hey, I need you to do this, this, and this. And you're like doing other people's jobs, but you're still getting paid the same rate as a janitor. You're not getting paid to do all these other people's shit. Yeah. So it's like, no... that wasn't really a good
I was about to say that's kind of like what my girl's going through right now, but like she's doing
you're doing other people's work. Like say like you're a teacher and you're doing like the principal's work.
Ding ding ding.
Like you're doing the principal's job and the principal's getting paid all this money. You're not getting the same money that the principal's getting paid, and she's going home with them checks and you're not, and you're doing double the work and stressing yourself the fuck out. And so like when I get drunk, I get very passionate, and I just like I get on people about not knowing what they're worth, because I've been in that position where it's just like I'm getting paid this shit. I'm just taking it. You know what I mean? And then now it's like it's come to a point where it's like, nah, fuck that. Like if it's not worth my time or worth my efforts, and I'm not going for it. And so I was telling the homie the other day, because we're out drunk, and I'm like, bro, charge your rate. Like, no matter what it is, just because there's so many people that are willing to pay you what your rate is, and that's what separates all the people that don't want to pay for quality shit. They just want like a handout from the homie, or like a fucking discount. Versus the people that know what they have to do to get a certain quality service. They're gonna pay for that. So
everybody want the homie discount, man.
Yeah, everybody
it ain't like that.
And
man.
I always tell my friends too, I'm like, yo, like whatever your business is and whatever you're selling or whatever you're pitching, like don't give me a discount. Like charge me the full rate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like don't sit there and like do me no favors. Like I'm coming to you for this service so that I could pay you for the service that I know you know how to do.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna pay you because I'm not gonna not pay you what you're supposed to be getting paid just because like you're the homie and you want to take care of me. Like I understand that, but the way I support you and the way you support me is that we, you know, pay the proper amount. Is the only way it works.
Yeah,
really. So,
and that was Motivation 101. Never settle, never take less than, and always know your fucking worth. You got to know your worth,
especially nowadays, man, because you got so many places that, like my spot now is like they're bumping up, you know, my weight. Like I'm getting paid a lot more than it's like because they know.
Yeah,
it's like, all right, cool. Like you're doing the work, like you're doing this, like you deserve this much. And it's like, cool.
Thank you, sir.
But if they weren't throwing that shit out there, then I'd just be like, eventually it'd be time for me to go.
Yeah.
And I know that with the amount of drive that I have and how much I want certain things, like no matter where I'm at, like I'm good. Like I'll make it work.
Yeah.
Like I don't see why some people stress about like finding jobs. It is a stressful process.
It is,
because you have to go through a lot of things and jump through a lot of hoops. But at the end of the day, it's just like I know what I have to offer.
Yeah, and so that's the thing. That's why you can't. Like I'm so glad that I did not end up accepting like another warehouse position and just kept trying. And I didn't accept those scams of like, oh, learn digital marketing with this boot camp, but you're gonna have to pay us $10,000 and all that bullshit. Like I just kept applying and eventually found a company that would take me in at an entry level position, one, but even still I'm getting all the industry knowledge that I need so that when my year is up, which is going to be at the end of April, I'm going to reevaluate myself and start looking around more because like I know shit now.
Yeah,
I know a lot more shit that I did a whole year ago.
And then see that too, like a lot of people think it's like, okay, there's got to be a trade-off at some points. Yeah. So like if you have like the knowledge of doing a certain job, but if you apply for this one, they're paying a little bit less, but you're gonna learn a lot more shit within the time that you're there. So that way when you get done with that spot, either they pay you more after your time's up, or you go and you find another spot that's gonna pay that amount.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it's just like all the other shit that you learned, you can apply that to, you know, okay, well, I have this experience in this.
I'm basically in an apprenticeship right now.
Yeah.
Essentially. Like he didn't give a fuck. He was like, he's like, I'm not looking for guys who are like super experienced because like you gotta like break them down and retrain them in how you want them to do the work you're doing. But it's like, but if I take like a fresh mind who doesn't have the experience, then I can just build you up to the levels that we're at. And that's the way he thought about it. So like basically he had his team of 4, including him, and then just added fucking 5 more people who did not have the same experience, like years of what they do.
Yeah.
And it's basically just showing us how to do it. And now it's to the point where like we just got like a system of like documents that you can just pull up of this is how to do this.
Yeah.
And that's all you got to fucking do.
And see, that's the dope shit about it too, whenever you like kind of take somebody that doesn't, because like for me, it's like I have a couple of younger like DJs that reach out to me and they ask me for shit. And it's just kind of the same thing. It's like, I'm going to help you out as much as I can to kind of get you to where I am, you know, minus all the fluff and extra shit that like a lot of other people give you.
Yeah.
Because I know not everybody's shooting the shit straight.
No, they aren't.
And I'm pretty straightforward when it comes to this shit because like I'm passionate about it. Like, don't waste my time, I won't waste yours. So, you know, just getting those people and getting, and I mean on top of that too, like it helps you out because, you know, it spreads word that, okay, you know, well, this guy knows how to do this and this person knows how to do this and this person that, you know, helped me get to this spot. And so it's, you know, it's just one of them things. It's one of them things.
Just one of them? No, my bad. Different song.
But yeah, so at the end of the day, like Mike said, never, you know, go back to what you were doing before and don't settle for no bullshit and just keep pressing.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Keep pushing.
Keep on pushing.
Push.
And that ends our TED Talk. Now what I want to get into real quick for Music Corner.
Ooh-wee.
I want to talk about K-pop, Chaku. Now, when I went to Austin this weekend, me and my girl, we did go back to our new favorite restaurant, Soju, up in Austin off of Lamar. If you've never been there, I do recommend you go there. It is popping. It is a joint. Definitely a must go to when you're in the Austin area.
I might have to check it out. It looks dope.
Yeah, make sure you get on that wait list in time You don't want to fuck up like the guys behind me. They didn't know that they had to either call for a reservation or sign up on the wait list when it opens at 7. So they stood in line until like 7:45 just to get up to the front and not be seated because they weren't on the wait list yet. So like when we left, they were just getting back in, and it was fucked up. But the thing about this place is, and what I like, is aside for it being hip and having like all this dope shit you can do, like they got a private karaoke room that somebody rented out for a party that looked dope as fuck. The food is great. They got like, I want to say it's like 20, but I'm pretty sure it's only like 10. I'm probably just over exaggerating. Just screens all around, and they're all just playing K-pop videos. And as you know, while you're sitting in the environment and taking all this in, you can't help but look into it and wonder, and distinguish the fact of like, the boy band formula is still alive and well and working. It just doesn't work in America no more. And it's amazing. It's so fucking amazing. Like, it is literally, the formula is cut and print. The same thing they did in America for New Kids on the Block, Boys to Men, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. They took the same formula and just said, oh, they don't like it here? Fuck it. We'll take it to Korea. And now they're worldwide phenomenons.
I think the last shit we had like that was like Jonas Brothers, right?
That's what I'm saying. I was thinking about that today because I was just like, what's the last like boy band that like?
Or there was another group.
People was crazy. Was it like One Republic or some shit like that? One Direction. One Direction. It's like One Direction, Jonas Brothers. Like, I don't ever remember there being like another like boy band, especially within this last decade, that like popped up out of nowhere.
There was one, Pretty Much. It was like a little boy band. I think that was probably like the most recent
boy band, girl group, same thing. Like, they just, that formula from that like that 90s, early 2000s formula of like the boy band aesthetic or the girl group aesthetic that they ran into the ground and like basically killed in America. It just, they took it, went over to Korea and just basically injected it over there, and now it's on like Donkey Kong, dog. Like,
but it's crazy because you have like K-pop groups that are like big here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And like, how the fuck
it works again? It's just like, yeah, but they couldn't be American. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't feel like it's popping for Americans.
The novelty of it is like, oh my god, it's the Korean NSYNC. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is.
Is it like BTS?
Yeah, there's beats. Well, that's the thing. And God, I don't want to sound racist. They do like a few of the groups look very similar, not like look wise, like, you know what I'm saying, but just like clothing and everything. So I thought like one was BTS that I was watching, and it was like some other group, and I was just like, oh shit, my bad. Yeah, I thought that was them, but BTS of course will be like the face of it, the phenomenon right now.
There's this group of girls that I heard, and they're called Twice.
I think I saw them,
and they got some shit.
They
got some bops. I don't know what the fuck they saying, but
yeah, that was the same thing. I was just like, I don't know what they saying, but like watching the videos are the same.
This shit is nice.
I'm just like, yo, I swear to God, Destiny Child made this video 20 years ago.
Just be in there dancing,
and they getting it. You know what I'm saying? And it's, I don't know, you couldn't help but take it in. And like me and my girl were like talking about it, and she was like, it's because everyone went solo. And I was like, it's not really like the whole solo act. That's always been a part of the group aesthetic. Yeah, like you can date that back to like the 50s. Like, if they're starting a group, eventually the lead singer is gonna break free and go solo. Like,
Luther Vandross said, "Fuck it,
yeah,
I'm going solo."
So it's like it always happens, but it's just like the fact that formula, they ran it dry, they milked it for every fucking cent in this country and around the world, and then it just like died out. Now it's just like, nah, fuck it, let's take it to Korea and do it again. And it's just, I don't know, like
K-pop.
I'm trying to wrap my brain around it.
Such a weird. It's cool. Like, some of them joints is actually alright.
Like, they fire. Like,
I really wish I knew what they were saying.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was watching one where like homeboy, because you know every boy band has the bad boy of the group who normally raps. Yeah. I don't know who the dude was, but I was like, man, this nigga look like he's spitting. I don't know what he's saying. But he's spitting right now.
Getting bars off.
But I'm pretty sure it's something about like, fuck you, bitch. You broke my heart. Now that we apart, I don't ever want to start. You know, he's probably saying some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Getting them joints off. But yeah, there's a couple of people that came up to me like when I'm DJing and request K-pop, and I'm just like, hey, I wish I knew, but like that's just not gonna go off here.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Unless it's like some like EDM K-pop.
Yeah,
song.
you ain't gonna drop a K-pop song
like,
unless it's like a real big BTS.
Or when I play that Squid Games edit.
Yeah,
that shit. I don't know what the fuck they're saying, but that shit is dope. But yeah, oh man.
If you sit and look, if you go to any Korean restaurant, a lot of them just have it playing.
Yeah, they just have that shit running in the back. Well, it's the same with like remember the hookah spots back in the day, and they would have like the Indian joints playing in the back. It's the same shit. Like that shit is big over there too. Mm-hmm. Like the Indian like groups or like the artists, whatever. Like they had some shit on there. Their videos be crazy as hell too. Yeah. Videos be crazy. She be in there smoking hookahs. Like, yo, am I tripping?
I'm wondering if like the same producers who like banked off of the boy band craze
just moved 20 years ago. Yeah, they
just like, oh fuck it, I gotta come back out.
They just slid over there.
Pulling shit out of my bag now. Like them same Swedish producers who like did everything for Backstreet Boys and NSYNC and like Britney Spears. I wonder if they're over there just like, hey, I got shit for days. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's a killing right there.
Because I know even I mean, it really wasn't pop, but Pharrell back in the day with the Tokyo Boys, and like they was doing like they had like the little boy group or whatever. They was rapping, and Pharrell was producing a bunch of shit for them. Wonder if you know I gotta leave in Tokyo.
Yeah, I feel like if you pulled up playing that shit now, they'd like be like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yo, I gotta edit that shit though. That shit is so nice. That shit is so nice. But shit, man, I feel like we pretty much,
yeah, we did it. We did the damn thing.
Yeah. Oh shit! But on that note, we gonna make a move out of here. But once again, thank y'all for tuning in. If you have any questions, comments, critiques, please hit us up on the IG or shoot us an email if you feel like it.
And pick up your shirts, motherfuckers.
Yeah, pick up your shirts. We got some shirts. Corbin, my man, Corbin, my man. Corbin, I need you to come get your shirt.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll drop it off to you. Just shoot me a call, text me, whatever. But yeah, shit. I don't know. I'm brain fart right now.
It's all good.
It's been a long fucking day. I'm pretty sure everybody out there listening can relate.
He goes by the name of Nunchuck Johnson.
I go by the name of Nunchuck.
I'm Michael Stokes, and we'll see you later.